Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushikara Vichaya Jagat Jura Ai Vichaya Jagat Jura Vichaya Jagat Jura Vichaya Jagat Jura Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushikara Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushikara Vichaya Jagat Jura Ai Vichaya Jagat Jura तीनों निताय दीने भाई राधा कृष्ण पाते नाय तीनों निताय दीने भाई राधा कृष्ण पाते नाय बिहा कोरी धरो निताय पाय बिहा कोरी धरो निताय पाय बिहा कोरी करो निताय पाय बिहा कोरी धरो निताय पाय निताय करुणा हरे ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण पावे निताय करुणा हरे ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण पावे हयो निताय चरण Hare ईश्वरा परमा कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्मशुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम पश्यन्ति भान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्द चिन्मय सदा विग्रहस्य पुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं कोटिशतवत्सर सम्प्रगम्यो वायोरतापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां सोऽभ्यस्ति यत्प्रपदचिन्त्यचिन्त्यकल्पे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यः शक्तिरस्ति जगदं रचयाय तन्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिभाभि गोलोकदेव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनचुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति परमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठां नानावतारमकरोद्भवेषु किन्तु कृष्णो स्वयं समभवत् परमं पुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेषवसुधामूर्तिभिन्नं तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि मायाहि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदविधायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मकं मनस्सु स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामसुतेषु तेषु प्रेते प्रभाविजया विनाशयेन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका चार्यस्य भुवनानि विमर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगा सञ्जायते न हि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपाचिरेव हृदशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विकृतदेवसमानकर्म यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्कारणानवजले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपा आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकविश्वसितकालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति रोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्महान् सैन्यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विदिताय कुम्भा वन्दे प्रणामसमये सगणाधिराज नित्यादिहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्महीरगणमं पुमरुद्दिशश्च कालस्तथामि यस्मात् भवन्ति विशन्ति च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेश सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मो श्रुतयस्तपांसि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य स्वकर्मा बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सदृशं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रीरकान्ताकान्ता परमपुरुष कल्पतरवो नुवापुरुषमयितोयमृतं कमलममिमं श्रीप्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योतिं परमपि स यत्र क्षीराब्धिस्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च सुमहान् निमेषाढ्याख्यो वा व्रजति न यत्रापि समयात् तमहमिह लोकमितियं विहन्तस्ते सन्तक्षितिविहरच्छायाकटिपये
somebody
Mridanga, is there any Mridanga player? Subi Mata, you can play.
Anybody else for
Hare Krishna, anybody else? Whoever does this will not take birth again. Your diction.
I want it. I don't want birth again.
On your birthday.
On my birthday, I don't want birth again.
True, it's right. जय राधव माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्री गौर निताय की जय। निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद हरि बोल। ज्ञानांजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददामीश्वरान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीराधकम् श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 Let's together chant. नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नश्चरायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गो ब्राह्मणाय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधिनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
करोति वाचालं फलं लङ्घयति गिरिं कृपतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ॐ पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सः व्याप्तां करोति श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु हरे कृष्णा नित्यानंद त्रयोदशी शुभाकांक्षलु अंदरिकी appearance day of Lord Nityananda. Hare Krishna. So Srila Narottam Das Thakur has said, unless one has taken shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it is very difficult for him to approach Radha and Krishna. What does it mean to be difficult? Indirectly saying it's impossible. Right? Difficult. If Narottam Das Thakur is saying it's difficult, then for ordinary people it's impossible. It's not possible. So all of us are fortunate here, and some of the Matajis sitting there can shift here this side because there's no place for others to come inside. There's a lot of empty space in the beginning here. Yeah. There's no mat, but still you can come in the front. Yeah. Please. Because somebody will slip, there will be a forceful that over. Unexpected. Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you very much. Just keep that way a little bit. Okay, so what your God's brother? So how do you understand this? I don't understand. So understand that God has Tattva and Rasa. Nitya and Ananda is Nityananda. अवधूत ब्रह्मचारी तो सन्यासी तो गृहस्था नियमाग्रह और नियम अग्रह नो रूल्स और लॉर्ड नित्यानंद अंडरस्टैंड गॉड्स हार्ट एंड ऑर्डर्स नो नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस राइट आई एम जस्ट क्रिएटिंग द एनवायरनमेंट बिफोर वी स्टार्ट टुडेस टॉपिक बिकॉज़ लॉर्ड नित्यानंद इज ट्रांसेंडेंटल सो स्पिरिचुअल आइडेंटिटी इज He is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the servitor Godhead, right, who is always looking for opportunity to serve. And he appears as Balaram, he appears as Anantasesh, he appears as Lord Nityananda. And every time the Supreme Lord comes, he appears. Now, some people might say, uneducated people, they might say, it's all Gaudiya Vaishnavism, you are creating some characters and you are declaring them as Balaram and you are declaring them as Nityananda. I don't believe. Right? So there are many proofs. But our agenda is not to get into that. But Vayu Puran is very clearly telling Balaramo mamai vamsha so apimat pashyam yasyati Nityananda iti khyato nyasi Chudamai Shita. In the Vayu Purana, the Lord tells Brahma, Lord Balarama, who is the first expansion and non-different from me, will also appear by my side as Lord Sri Nityananda. He will become the crest jewel of all initiates on the earth. Okay, only Vayu Purana? No, we have more. So we have more shlokas, right? Where even the place where he's going to appear is mentioned, right? And even his wife's name is mentioned. Janvi, Adivir, Atmanam, right? Accompanied by his eternal consort, Srimati Janvi Devi, and many other associates. And even in Atharva Veda, in Ananta Samhita, clearly Nityananda Mahaprabhu's name is mentioned. Right? Nityanando Mahakayo Bhutva Mat Kirtane Rata Vimudha Bhakti Rahitam Mama Bhaktan Karishyasi. In the Ananda Samhita, the Lord says to Ananta Dev, when I appear in Naudvi, in Kali Yuga, you will become Nityananda. You will have a very tall, beautiful and large body, and you will constantly absorb in chanting my name and glories. In this way, by your causeless mercy, you will convert many bewildered fools who are devoid of devotion into my pure, unalloyed devotees. So there are, even though Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is a Channa avatar, meaning he wantonly doesn't want to be revealed as God because he's coming in the mood of a devotee. But still, some glimpses are given in scriptures where we can still refer back that these avatars whom we are discussing are Shastra Pramanic. Right? So yesterday, how many of you did not come yesterday? Oh, many of you. Okay. I'm not going to repeat yesterday's. Just wanted to know. So yesterday we discussed almost for 2 hours, right, on few aspects of Lord Nityananda. We started with how Swayam Balaram, Bala and Ram, right? Balaram means the one who gives spiritual strength. So many of us who are struggling in spiritual life, who need spiritual strength, should come to Nityananda Trayodashi. Right? There is no other way. How many are struggling in spiritual life? ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మిక మార్గంలో ఎంతమంది చస్తున్నారు? తెలుగులో అర్థం కదా, తెలుగులో ये स्पिरिचुअल मार्ग में बहुत लोग कष्ट महसूस कर रहे हैं. ऐसे कितने लोग यहाँ पे है ना? बहुत लोग. Okay. I don't know Japanese and Tamil. So almost all of us are struggling. So there is no doubt we need the shelter of Lord Nityananda because he gives spiritual strength. The strength that we need to follow the scriptural teachings, the orders of Guru, everything will happen only when we have spiritual strength. And even to chant the holy names, to get some taste when we are chanting, we need the spiritual strength. Right? And the year starts with Nityananda Trayodashi because remaining year depends on our spiritual strength. So if we get proper spiritual strength on Nityananda Trayodashi, then there is Gaur Purnima, then there is Narsinga Chaturdashi, Janmashtami, and Rath Yatra, Radhashtami, right? What else? Kartika Mas, Ram Navami, everything else will follow. But first we need the spiritual strength from Guru. So Swayam Guru appears, right, in the beginning of the year as Nityananda Trayodashi, and we are very fortunate to celebrate this. So yesterday we discussed how Lord Nityananda Prabhu has given us Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If Nityananda Prabhu would not have taken the initiative, none of us would have known about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How? Because he is the one who is the Guru of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vyasadeva, who again appeared as Vrindavan Das Thakur. He was ordered by Nityananda Prabhu that you have to write Chaitanya Mangal, which is also known as Chaitanya Bhagavat. And then he also came in the dream of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and told, now it's your time to go to Vrindavan. He also sent his very famous associate, Maniketan Ramdas, in Bengal and told, please go and start writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. But he not only sent Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he sent the right person to come and tell Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami what to write, and that is Raghunath Das Goswami. Then Raghunath Das Goswami got delivered by Nityananda Prabhu. He tried to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu but did not get access. But when he finally met Nityananda Prabhu in Panihati Dham, Nityananda Prabhu blessed him with his service of serving Chida Dahi. And he said, now you can go. Now you can go and become the secretary of the personal secretary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he became the secretary of Swarup Damodar Goswami in Jagannath Puri. And later on he was sent to Vrindavan to work with or under the shelter of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And then he was asked to repeat the Leelas that he heard from Swarup Damodar Goswami, and he himself witnessed in Jagannath Puri. All of them were revealed to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami documented them for all of us. Right? And we discussed on length, so I'm not getting into yesterday, what all happened, how they were motivated to do what they were supposed to do. And in our Sampradaya, there are three main acharyas representing three main deities: Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govind Dev, and Radha Gopinath. Sambandha Acharya, Avideya Acharya, Trayodana Acharya. So Raghunath Das Goswami represents Prayojana Acharya, Radha Gopinath. And even the Sambandha and Prayojana, Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, both of them also got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of Nityananda. We discussed yesterday how they were forcefully made to serve Malechas and Yavanas. And they felt they were fallen, they were looking for the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And how they finally, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mystically, he came to Ramkeli, without nobody understood why is he going there, but still he went there. And later on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that actually I came here to meet Rupa and Sanatana. So the Virkhas and Sarkar Malik, both of them, they came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And before meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was Nityananda Prabhu right there. And he asked, who are you? He said, we have come here to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now they had written hundreds of letters to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, never got a reply. One liner reply they got after many letters that serve in such a way that nobody will get a doubt, that you are in love with somebody else. Yesterday we discussed about it. I'm not going to get into detail. So now they actually came because they were worried that the Mughal king is now in the area. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing kirtan and walking in that area, villages to villages were following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they were worried that this Mughal king, we can't understand their brain. They don't have a brain or it doesn't work properly. Suddenly they can do something. So they both got worried. They said, okay, now we have to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and inform him to please leave. They know that he's Supreme Personality of Godhead, but there is this Vatsalya Bhava also. Devotees should not be harmed because of this Mughal king. So they went and they met Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu, understanding their heart, he said, now you can go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he personally took them to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Both our Sambandha Acharya and Avideya Acharya were introduced to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Nityananda Prabhu. Spiritual strength. And when anybody is introduced by Nityananda Prabhu, there is no question of not getting the mercy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately initiated them, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, right there. And both of them were, of course, there is a whole big dialogue, how the mercy came. But primarily it is because they had pleased Nityananda Prabhu. And then they took the blessings of Nityananda Prabhu and all the other Vaishnavas in that place. And they left. And they left to Vrindavan. Right? At the right time, both of them signed off from their work and they left. And even after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that a great devotee was going to come and represent the Sampradaya. Narottam Das Thakur is going to appear. So he told Lord Nityananda that Nityananda Prabhu, there is a great devotee who is going to come, and I have invested all my love in this river called Padma river. So when he comes, Narottam, 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 you are shouting. Nobody could understand who is Narottam. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, Narottam Das Thakur, my very dear eternal associate from spiritual world is going to come here. So please bring him to this Padma river when it's the right time. And after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, Nityananda Prabhu came in the dream of Narottam Das Thakur and told that please go to that river. You are going to get some special mercy. Got up right away, came to the river, and he, dipped himself into the river. And when he came out of the water, he was completely golden in color. He was amazed what happened, and his heart already was so pure and transformed, but now it became completely filled with love of Godhead. And then he saw in front of his eyes, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is coming out of the water, the golden form. And he came and embraced Narottam Das Thakur. That is how Krishna goes to his devotee. Right? When the devotee is pure and sincere, Krishna will come personally. And many times, Sampradaya, many gurus have explained that if we are simply sincere in our services, if we are very clear on the goal of life, and we are always eager to serve Guru and Gauranga, Guru will come to your doorstep, give initiation and go. Right? It's not that we want Guru to come to our doorstep, but we should have that faith that we should do our services without any shortcomings, without any doubts, without any lack of faith. Guru will come to the doorstep and give. I remember one incident that happened in New Vrindavan many years ago, more than I think 20 plus years ago. There was this old lady who was distributed a book, Japanese lady. Somebody gave her Prabhupada's book many years ago, and she read that. She was amazed and she wanted more books. So wherever she found devotees, she accumulated those books, and she was reading those books, and she started chanting 16 rounds, and she had no connection with the temple because they were a very poor family living in some remote village in America, and there was no connection. And so she got some disease. Can you move this closer? You're bringing the details? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Gaur Nitai coming. Very good. Jaya Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai. भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna. So they have come in the new dress today, and we have anybody who has brought bhoga here can bring your bhoga here and offer. Yeah. Okay. So yesterday we discussed how Narottam Das Thakur got delivered, and we then discussed how how there was an amazing kirtan set up in Keturi Gram, and there was an invitation sent by Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit, and Srinivas Acharya. They all called for the first Gaur Purnima festival. For the first Gaur Purnima festival after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left in Keturi Gram, they called personal invitation to Janava Devi. And how she came, and an amazing kirtan happened. And in the kirtan, Swayam Narottam Das Thakur was doing the kirtan, and Janava Devi was so amazed with his devotion that she glanced on him, and he already had got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by going to river Padma. But with her glance, he became so empowered and so enchanted with the love of God, that in that kirtan, Swayam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And that was like the first Gaur Purnima, right? Where they could see the Panchatattva, where they could see the 6 Goswamis, and it was an unbelievable kirtan that happened. And Janava Devi was amazed. And after that, Janava Devi went to Vrindavan, and she went to the Gopinath Mandir. And in Gopinath Mandir, Srimati Radharani was very small as compared to the Gopinath. And Srimati Radharani asked Janava Devi, "Can you do something about it?" She's like, "Really, you want to be bigger in size?" And Gopinath also told, "Of course, I wanted to be bigger in size." So she decided to bring the deity, and to bring the deity, she came to Bengal, because in those days in Vrindavan there was no Loi Bazaar, right? So it had to be a place where deities are made. So she came to Bengal, much bigger city, and in that process she happened to come to Ekachakra Nagari. She never went to Ekachakra Nagari, even though Nityananda Prabhu had appeared in Ekachakra Nagari, but he had left Ekachakra Nagari at his young age. So there she met an old Brahman who was completely morose and the only person in the whole village. And she couldn't understand why is the village so barren, why nobody is there, nobody's practically alive. Then she saw that Brahman and she asked the Brahman, "What's happening here?" And he told, this was the most opulent place at one time. But then, and it was predicted that Swayam Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear here. Hare Krishna. So Swayam Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear here, and he did appear. So the Brahmin started telling about the appearance of Nitai. And yesterday we discussed almost for like 40 minutes about the appearance of Nitai in the house of Vidya Pandit and Padmavati, how attached they were, and what kind of leelas Nityananda Prabhu used to do as a small child. Even at a young age of 1 or 2 years, he used to attract all the residents of Ekachakra. And then after he became 5 years, he started the dramas, the big famous drama mandali of Nityananda Prabhu, very famous. So he used to make all the 5-year-old boys or even lesser age boys to do dramas from all leelas of Krishna, Ramayana, Narsingha Leela, all the leelas. And the dramas were so well orchestrated that people are amazed. How does he know the detail of all this level of dramas, right? And yesterday we discussed how he even made them shocked many times, behaving as if he's dead in between the drama. And they were like, and Nityananda Das Thakur says these dramas were clear depiction of the actual Leela from the spiritual world. And the residents there were completely engrossed every day and night. So dramas were not happening just in the daytime, they were also happening in the night time. There was no time, there was no, Krishna Leela happening in Ekachakra Nagari. And everybody was so much in love with Nityananda Prabhu. And Sudai Pandit and Padmavati could not even believe that they can have an existence without him. But the time came when he was 12 years old, and Nityananda Prabhu has appeared to serve Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And when Nityananda Prabhu became 12 years old, Nityananda Prabhu understood that Gauranga Mahaprabhu has appeared in Navadvip. Right? As soon as he heard that, immediately he shouted, "Gauranga!" Everybody was amazed, what is going on? This 12-year-old boy, why is he shouting? Why is he jumping? Because he knew that the time has come. Now the time has come that he can go and meet Gauranga Mahaprabhu. When Gauranga Mahaprabhu has appeared, it was still not the right time to meet though. Time is there. But he was so happy. And then he was waiting, how can I go out of Ekachakra Nagari so I can start serving Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Not that he wanted to leave Ekachakra Nagari, but Supreme Lord comes with a plan. And Uday Pandit and Padmavati cannot exist without Nityananda Prabhu. It's not possible. It's simply not possible to even breathe without Nityananda Prabhu. But Nityananda Prabhu, he created a whole, Leela, whereby when sannyasi came and whole night he discussed Krishna Leela with Hidayat Pandit. Hidayat Pandit himself is a great devotee of Krishna. Whole night they were discussing Krishna Leela, and in that ecstasy he told, "You have come to my house to make us fortunate. Please ask anything you want. Everything is yours." And the Brahmin immediately told, "Thank you very much. I'm going on a pilgrimage. I'm looking for a servant in a form of a Brahman boy. I think your son is the best. Can you send him?" My God, he collapsed. He fainted. He couldn't believe what he just heard. Because what that means is tomorrow morning, he won't have his son anymore. And it's not like he's going for some time and you can contact him, can make a WhatsApp call, ask where you are, let's have a video call. No, nothing. He's gone, And he was totally, yesterday we discussed on length about it. And so much in separation. Next day morning, they decided they had to give. They had to follow the footsteps of the great acharyas. And they remembered the drama that was done by Nityananda Prabhu and his friends about Ramayana, how Vishwamitra Muni came and took Ram from Dasharath. They said, okay, we have to do what we have to do. It was impossible. We can't even imagine. How can you just give your son away? Just one fine morning, and you don't know when you're going to see him again. Can we do that to any of our children? We can't even think of it. And what to speak of Nityananda? And next day morning, nobody else in the Ekachakra Nagari knew what was happening there. And they all came to the house and they only saw Hidayat Pandit and Padmavati crying, weeping, just managing to breathe. Just managing to breathe, to stay alive. So that when he comes back, we should be there. They asked, what happened? Where is Nitai? He said, yesterday night the sannyasi who came was speaking Krishna Katha. He asked for a servant and we had to give our son. The residents were so angry and so confused. How could you do that? We could have given our children. How can you give Nitai? Without Nitai, how can we exist? You can't do that. And where is he? He just left. Oh, we'll get him, don't worry. He must not have gone too far. They started running outside Ekachakra Nagari. They went around hours and hours. Practically there, but it also was waiting. Maybe they'll bring Nitai back, but the Leela just started. Nitai left. The residents came back. They didn't eat. They didn't drink water. They didn't do anything. They were like dead people. Forgot that they had a body. And one after the other day, the burden, the separation from Nityananda Prabhu was so much that Padmavati, his mother, was like speaking to the deity, seeing Nityananda Prabhu. The deity was given by the Brahman, by the sannyasi before he left. Murli, deity had given. So the deity she used to worship and look at Nitai. Every morning she would get up, cook something for Nitai, and then cry. And then, Hidayat Pandit also would just not understand how to do, what to do, anything. He would just go outside the house and suddenly he would see Nitai, and Nitai is coming, and then Nitai would disappear. He would faint. Because I just saw, life would come, life would go. And one fine day, he saw the sannyasi bringing Nitai back. And he was so happy. He started shouting, yelling, Padmavati, come here, it's over now. Our son is back, Padmavati comes and she looks, who are you looking at? And he sees, they just faded away. And in that pain, he sat down, he wept, he chanted Nityananda's name and he left his last breath. And after he left, Padmavati also left. And after the heart and soul of that place, Padmavati and Hidayat Pandit, both of them left, there was no point for the residents to stay. The residents also left. Everybody left, it became like a graveyard. Whole Ekachakra Nagari, which was filled with so much happiness. Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govindam. There's nothing there. And they all decided to leave. But one Brahmin who was too attached to seeing Lord Nityananda in different parts of Ekachakra Nagari decided, I am not going to go. maybe he'll come back. And I'm so attached, I can still see Nityananda everywhere. It's separation. Gopis could see Krishna all the time. In the same way, this Brahman could see Nityananda all the time. And when he was telling this story to Janava Devi was amazed. So he was the Brahmin who was left, last Brahmin whom Janava Devi met when she came to Ekachakra Nagari. And he was telling Janava Devi, the tree under which you are sitting and asking me this question, even here Nityananda Prabhu has done pastimes. And Janava Devi asked, can you show me all the holy places in Ekachakra Nagari? And he took to one by one place. This is the place where he used to take bath. This is the house where they used to live. This is the place where they used to do dramas. This is the place Kalya Leela happened. This is the place, different Leelas happened, different dramas happened. You want to see those places? This is the Lord Shiva's temple where Adhay Pandit used to worship every day in Ekachakra Nagari. This deity roared and Advaita Acharya and other devotees could hear and understand the roaring meaning at their residences in Mayapur and Shantipur. That an Avaduta has appeared. When Nityananda Prabhu appeared, the deity roared. And Advaita Acharya and Shantipur, could hear, the sound. That was the appearance of, and here are the dramas of, different dramas they performed. This is different one, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about this one as well. I want to show some other places. Yeah. Kundal Tala, Pandav Tala. Pandavas used to live in Ekachakra Nagari. That place is still there. This is a lamp on which Kunti Devi used to, stone on which she used to keep a lamp. And Bakutala, the birthplace, under the Bakula tree, Nityananda Prabhu and his friends used to do sporting activities. Yeah, this is a Samadhi. Demise, umbilical cord was placed here by his parents, Nityananda Prabhu's, when he was born, the umbilical cord was kept in this temple, still there. And this is Hantugada, also known as Jahanukund. Nityananda brought the sacred waters from all the holy places to this kund to save the local residents from traveling to Ganga to take sacred bath. It is named as Hantugada, as Nityananda Prabhu used to carry out the Dahi Chida festival of giving chipped rice with yogurt prasadam here, and you take prasadam kneeling down. And this is the Padmavati Kunda. This is the place where Nityananda Prabhu used to take bath every day as a small child. His mother used to take him there. And this is Bankim Rai temple. It was built by Veerabhadra Gosai, the son of Lord Nityananda. And these deities are supposed to have been worshipped for 13 generations, for over 450 years now. And Paniyati, of course. So, there's one more thing I want to show. Anyways. Yeah. So, how many have gone to Ekachakra Nagari? How many have not gone to Ekachakra Nagari? Hare Krishna, what are you doing in life? You can take, what is it? They always tell, tomorrow morning you will get a call for personal loan, HDFC Bank, take that. And don't ignore that, it's called, divine call. Why do you think you are getting those calls from ICICI and HDFC? Because you are not going to the right places, Ekachakra Nagari and all these places. So please take that loan. Okay, so we discussed yesterday until where? Till here only?
South India, yeah. South India tour.
Yeah, so we have to start from the tour. Okay, we'll start from the tour. So, along with the sannyasi, where all did he go? You all know where all he went? He went to almost all the holy places, right from Kedarnath, Badrinath, Ayodhya, right? Gaya. Yeah, you're eager for Pandharpur. He went to Pandharpur. I'm trying to maintain the geographical scale. So he also went to Pandharpur. In fact, Pandharpur was one of the most important places he went because that is where he met his spiritual master, Lakshmipati Tirtha. And he took initiation. Lakshmipati Tirtha is a disciple of Vyas Tirtha, and his disciple is Madhavendra Puri. And so he met Lakshmipati Tirtha and he came, and Lakshmipati Tirtha saw him. And then in his dream, Balaramji came and told that this is the mantra you have to give to me when I'm coming in front of you, something like that, mystically. And he initiated Lord Balaram. Who can initiate Lord Balaram? He is the initiating spiritual master of everybody. So Nityananda Prabhu was initiated in Pandharpur, and then he traveled further. He went to Udupi, and when he went to Udupi, he saw Madhavendra Puri, and that was an unbelievable meeting because Madhavendra Puri is a pure Vaishnava. The Madhurya Bhava he brought it to the Sampradaya directly, and when he saw both of them just looked at each other and they fainted. Now we can't understand this, because we have never fainted in the past. Have you fainted? Anybody here? Where you did not get your salary in the next month, anything? Still you didn't faint. So it's difficult to even understand this kind of bhava between devotees and God, that they looked at each other and the mere feeling of meeting each other in this material world, because they were associates always in the spiritual world, right? So they fainted and they again got up and they embraced each other. Nityananda Prabhu was holding Madhavendra Puri so tightly and crying, and Madhavendra Puri was crying. And Nityananda Prabhu told, the whole pilgrimage that I went, to all these places and pilgrimage that I went, the final phal, the final result of all this pilgrimage is your darshan is Madhavendra Puri. So that is the Vaishnavas are great. Vaishnavas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nityananda Prabhu is telling that the entire benefit of going to all these pilgrimages is just received by looking at you, and in his heart of heart, he told, you are my Guru. Madhavendra Puri is my Guru, like that he told. He was also initiated, but by Madhavendra Puri's Guru, Lakshmipati Tirtha, but he also considered Madhavendra Puri as his own Guru. Right? And Madhavendra Puri is also initiated Advaita Acharya. And Madhavendra Puri also initiated Ishwara Puri, who is the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Madhavendra Puri is very, very prominent Acharya. And in one way, if you see, Nityananda Prabhu is like a god brother to Madhavendra Puri, because his Guru initiated him. At the same time, he considered him also as his Guru. These are all pure loving exchanges and pure loving relationships. You can't just look at them like a hierarchy, right? Sometimes gurus have worshipped their disciples like their gurus, right? And many times, Srila Prabhupada himself has told that my Guru has sent all of you to help me. Thank you very much. He told this. And all these disciples are looking at each other. Really? We don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Because this great sannyasi has come all the way till America. We are all lost in our worlds, and he brought us out of this. He is giving us service and he is looking at us as the servants of his Guru. And by saying that, Prabhupada was not humbling himself. It is true. It is true. A lot of times, pure devotees, they hide their identity, or rather Krishna through Yogamaya hides their identity, for them to serve and inspire different souls. So the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, even though they are born in different countries, right, they're all extraordinary beings who have appeared back on this planet to deliver all of us. Right? And they come at the right time into our lives. They inspire us to understand the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu and to lead a spiritual life. They inspire us. And I'm very happy to say that, this Gaur Purnima is coming. And yesterday I told that on Gaur Purnima day, we want the Gauranga Darshan. And Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is coming on Gaur Purnima day here. And is giving Gaur Purnima class. And to make matters even more ecstatic, 1 week before Gaur Purnima. So Gaur Purnima is coming on Friday, on 14th of March, if I'm right. And 9th of March is the Sunday, and his always Bhakti Prem Maharaj is coming here. To prepare all of us for Gaur Purnima. Now, Prabhuji, this is all being planned. Like I was telling, the souls are not ordinary. They are being planned to be sent here. Because when let me remove this. Lift it a little. Yeah. I don't know whose bottle is in it. Is there water in there? Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur to go and deliver, they looked at Jagai and Madai. We'll discuss about the pastime. So Jagai and Madai, when they looked at it, Nityananda Prabhu immediately felt that if these two personalities are delivered, then everybody will take shelter of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, because they are like extreme candidates who will never surrender. Right? And that is the reason we can clearly see even in today in 2025, if people in Gachibowli or Pichibowli are delivered, then everybody in Hyderabad will become very beautiful. We also have a chance. Because these people are completely engrossed in IT, in the information technology, in their salaries, in their, I don't know, IT investment, this, that. So they have to be delivered. That is the reason one by one sannyasi is coming here. Jago, Jeev Jago. Software Jago. Anyway, so here is the first meeting of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to, and I'm going through the pastime in different places, not in a chronological order, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas from Ishwarapur, right? And before taking sannyas, he went to Nityananda Prabhu, and he told Nityananda Prabhu that I'm planning to take sannyas. And Nityananda Prabhu was like, why would you want to do anything like that? And he did not discuss this with anybody. Nityananda Prabhu was the first person to whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just imagine the same Krishna and Balaram from the spiritual world, from Goloka Vrindavan, are discussing here in Navadvip Dham. And Lord Krishna is telling, I'll take sannyas. And Balaram is like, why? Why would you want to take sannyas? And he's like, because I think people will not take me seriously if I go like this and instruct. I think if I take the sannyas order, many people will start respecting me. And because ashram itself is respected. Can I take sannyas? He is asking Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is like, you are the supreme person to Godhead. You already decided. So where is the question of you not taking it? And then Nityananda Prabhu, it's explained, Nityananda Thakur explains that he goes to a secluded place and cries. Nityananda Prabhu, because he cannot see the supreme personality of Godhead in the form of a sannyasi. He's completely renounced everything. He cannot see. And then very less number of people go to the sannyas ceremony whereby, where Ishwarapuri, and very less number of people. Even Advaita Acharya doesn't know what's happening there. There were just few, Nityananda Prabhu, Srivas Thakur and few others go and the sannyas ceremony happens. And several Maharajas have spoken in ISKCON about sannyas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 2 hours. And there is a beautiful drama by Dwarkadish Prabhu on the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyas. You can watch it in YouTube. And amazingly done. The kind of emotions that he showed, how everybody were affected. And when Sachi Mata got to know that he has taken sannyas, she could not even imagine how can she live without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because sannyas means he's not going to come back home, right? He has taken sannyas means over. She can't see her son, so she was crying in the house. And when Advaita Acharya went to ask, where is Nimai? And he's like, what Nimai are you talking about? I have lost everything. I don't have any wealth in my life. You can take this house also. I don't need this house. My son is not coming back. There's no point in me leaving. Why is not coming back? He's taken sannyas. Advaita Acharya is himself, Mahavishnu. And he's taken, oh, how can he take sannyas? How can we live? I'm going to go. And all the, all the surrounding people, they're like, where is Nimai? What happened? He has taken sannyas. Advaita Acharya is like, I'm going to give my body I'm going to put my body in Ganges. I'm dying. And all the people around, we'll also come and die. Nobody is stopping him also. No, you don't die. No, we are all coming. And immediately a voice comes from the sky saying that, no, don't do that. You don't have to do. Your Nimai will come back and dance with you. Don't worry. He will come back. And all this is seen by Nityananda. And Nityananda can't see the separation of devotees. So he plans in such a way that, okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely leaves his devotees. They will die. They can't exist. All this Sankirtan Leela that has happened will stop. And it's not right. Somehow have to stop. So he plans in such a way, Nityananda Prabhu, again, he plans in such a way that he shows that he wants to go to Vrindavan, so go in this direction. He changes the direction and he tells all these devotees, including Sachimata, please come to Advaita Acharya's house because that is where he will come. So he cheats Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bring them again in front of each other. And Sachimata becomes so happy. She again cooks for her son. Some life comes back in the residence of Navadvip for some time. And then there is arrangement made that you are not going to go too far, so maximum you will go in Jagannath Puri, not Vrindavan. So Vrindavan you go, but then you will settle in Jagannath Puri. And Mahaprabhu accepts that. But even before that, the way Nityananda Prabhu met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he was going around in this pilgrimage for many years, and he was waiting for the time, and Ishvara Puri had initiated Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now, coming back to Navadvip as an Acharya of Harinam, as per the instruction of Ishvara Puri. And as soon as that information is understood by Nityananda Prabhu, and where was he at that time? He was in Vrindavan. Nityananda Prabhu was in Vrindavan. And he got the indication that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now starting the Sankirtan Leela. And Nityananda Prabhu was doing his pastimes in Vrindavan nicely. He was going to his own set of forests, right? Balramji has his own set of forests. So he would go there, he would do pastimes, he would jump, he would play in Yamuna. Like a small child, he would behave. As soon as he got to know that, okay, now is the right time, he came to Navadvip. And before coming to Navadvip, he comes in the dream of the Supreme Personality of God. Can you believe? The Supreme Personality of God also has dreams. Hare Krishna. Anything can happen in Chaitanya Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets up in the morning and says, I got a dream. And Advaita Prabhu, you got a dream? What is there in the dream? So, I got a dream. There was a chariot inside Navadvip. The chariot, a beautiful chariot entered. And a beautiful, great, long, tall, handsome personality with blue clothes on, with a earring on the left ear. And with a plow. With a plow, not this on the top, but with a plow he was holding, and he was on the chariot. And he came to my house and he was asking, where is Nimai? Where is Nimai? Where is Nimai? Where is Nimai? 20 times he asked. And I went outside, who are you? And he told, I am your brother, we will meet in 9 hours. Something like that. And I got up from the dream. Now go and search for him, he is somewhere here. He already told that he has come to meet me here. Some great personality has come. And Advaita Acharya and Srivas Thakur and all of them, they are like, who is this person? Who is this person? How do we identify? You can easily identify. You have not seen anybody like him. He is Avadut. He is beautiful. You cannot miss him. He is so attractive. His effulgence can be felt. You have to go and search. 9 hours they go out for searching. And Nityananda Prabhu comes the previous night and stays in Nandanacharya's house. How many have gone to Nandanacharya's house? Okay. ICICI, whatever loan you want to take, you take. Please go. Before dying, see these places. Okay. What are the places? Ekachakra Nagari, Keturi Gram, Panihati Dham, Shantipur, Rajapur Jagannath, yeah. in Nandacharya's house. Last time we were in Yatra last year, we heard the class of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sitting in the house of Nandanacharya. It's so nice. So you were there, right? We all were there in that house. Beautiful. It's very close from the main Chandrodaya temple on the main road. Nandanacharya's house comes. So there, Nityananda Prabhu is sitting and waiting. Nandanacharya is like, should I go and tell everybody you have come? No, don't tell. When the right time comes, they will know. Right? So they are also playing their own pastime. Nandanacharya is sitting and waiting. What will happen now? And Lord Nityananda Prabhu is waiting in the house. He is eager to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was not hide and seek. He was desperate to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's been waiting for many years. Many years. When he was 12 years old, he shouted Gauranga, and he's still waiting to see Gauranga. And now Gauranga Mahaprabhu is sitting in this house, and what's going on? Did you find out or no? And all of them, they come and say, no, we have not found anybody extraordinary. I don't think anybody has entered. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you don't know where he is. I will take you now. Then he himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, takes the entire entourage of devotees doing kirtan to Nandanacharya's house. In Nandanacharya's house, he goes and they all stand outside, and there comes out Nityananda Prabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just looking at each other. It is like the meeting of, like, just imagine, what's happening in Goloka Vrindavan is happening here in Gauradesh, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on one side, Nityananda Prabhu on the other side, they are looking at each other. They are completely stunned. All those bhavas which cannot be seen in any ordinary human beings are being exhibited. People are amazed. Who are these two personalities? They are meeting each other. And Nityananda Prabhu is so much in happiness. He falls on the ground. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu falls on the ground. They both get up again. They hug each other. They again fall. They faint. They get up again. They don't know what's going on there. They're like completely in ecstasy. Because both of them have come to deliver the whole material world. And they are starting the movement now. That is the exact moment they have met each other. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy, and Nityananda Prabhu, in that whole happiness, he's avadut and he is completely ecstatic, he faints. He completely faints. And as soon as he faints, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls Srivas Acharya, come here, Srivas Thakur, sing that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Balaram is coming to meet Krishna. And immediately he sings that verse from Bhagavatam. And as soon as the verse is sung, he gets up. Oh, I am here again. So again they hug each other. And they're so much happy, and they start doing this kirtan, and they start doing this dance, and it is explained the kind of steps that Nityananda Prabhu does, nobody else can even try to do. Then he's dancing, right? Like a whirlwind, they move around, and the whole place is filled with Krishna Prema. So that was a meeting of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. Then after that, Nityananda Prabhu decided to stay in Srivas Acharya's house. Srivas Thakur's house. And it's not easy to keep Nityananda Prabhu in anybody's house, because Nityananda Prabhu is an avadut. He will do anything he wants, right? It's so difficult to understand. Many people complain, hey, why are you doing what you are doing? And nobody can understand why he is, because he is madly in love with Krishna. He sees Krishna's spiritual world everywhere. Of course, he himself is a representative God. Right? There is no limits to what he wants to do. He can do anything. And people will misunderstand him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and asks Srivas Thakur, Srivas Thakur's wife Malini, she accepts Nityananda Prabhu as her own son. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and asks Malini, are you sure you want to keep this person in your house? Then Srivas Thakur, what do you mean, Mahaprabhu? He is not different from you. He is completely like you only. Why we should not keep him? And immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy. Yeah, this is what I wanted to hear. Because anybody who considers him as part of me is very dear to me. Right? He says that. So when we look at Gaur Nitai, we should not look at any non-different. They are both one. The one mission. And Nityananda Prabhu, if you don't get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, you can't get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so they would do kirtan every day, night in Shiva's Angan, and then in the daytime, they would also go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house. Right? Sachimata is cooking for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu also goes. One day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "You are invited to our house for special lunch. My mother is preparing." And Sachimata, she gets a dream the previous day. She has Krishna Balaram deities in her house. And both the deities are coming in a dream and complaining to her that you better send this Nityananda out of this place. Balramji is coming in the dream of Sachimata and telling that this person called Nityananda was coming to this place called, your colony. He's creating a lot of trouble for me. Whatever bhoga you are keeping me, as soon as I'm trying to put in my mouth, he comes and snatches it away. Says, your thief pastimes cannot continue in this Navadvip. Nityananda Prabhu is telling Balaram. Now, how do you understand this? Swayam Balaram is Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu is telling to Balaram that your thief pastimes will not continue here anymore. You are in Navadvip now. This is not Vrindavan. And Balaram gets angry and tells Nityananda Prabhu, you are trying to steal from me, I am going to punish you. And Nityananda Prabhu says, who are you to punish me? I am in Gauranga party. Hare Krishna. Power went away. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we want to get some more passages for a few minutes or Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. Thank you. So Sachimata invites them for lunch and this discussion is going on. She's having this dream in which Balaram and Nityananda are fighting. She gets up in the morning and she tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom have you invited for lunch? There is fight going on in my house. Who is this personality Nityananda? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, please consider him as your son. Just like me, you consider him also. And Sachimata says, okay, I'll consider. Ask you to come. And then she prepares all these dishes and she prepares all this bhoga. And she offers and she wants to serve Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as soon as she enters the hall where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are sitting, suddenly she sees two small children, just like Krishna and Balaram, completely naked with four hands. She said, what is this? What kind of scene is this? I mean, bewildering, right? Like both of them, small children, they are like with four hands like this. We are hungry. and the pot top ship, they fell down and she faints. What is going on here? Right? And the whole prasadam is on the floor and it's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again comes back and they're like, get up, we are hungry. She looks at both of them and she's amazed and she says, yes, you both are my sons. I want to serve both of you. She's very happy. So very mystical pastimes, of they revealing themselves in Navadvip. And Vrindavan Das Thakur says that among all the festivals, the most important festivals for devotees are these two, Nityananda Trayodashi and Gaura Purnima. Because the special mercy is needed to go back to the spiritual world and we receive on these two festivals. And actually, all of you coming here, it really gives so much happiness. Are you not feeling happy that we are all together here serving and celebrating Nityananda? So rare, so rare. That too on a weekday, and that too on a Monday when people are slaughtered. Right? Coming here and coming out of the slaughterhouse somehow, and we're celebrating Nityananda Trayodashi. Hare Krishna. So here is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling an instruction to Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. What is the instruction? You want to know what is the instruction? Huh? Let us sing the instruction a little bit. We can sing. Somewhere it is there in this presentation. Yeah. Bhaj Gaurango, Kah Gaurango, Lah Gaurange Ranam Go everywhere and chant the names of Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changed it to the names of Gauranga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sorry, Nityananda Prabhu. So he was told, go and give Krishna Prem to everyone, make everybody chant Krishna Shiksha, Krishna Naam. And Nityananda Prabhu takes to the next level, says, take Gauranga's name everywhere. Right? Don't think the servants of God exactly follow the orders of God. So he was told very specifically, you have to preach in Bengal, don't come to Jagannath Puri. And every 6 months he would come to Jagannath Puri. Gauranga, Nityananda Prabhu would do anything. That's what is Avadut, right? He did anything. So he was told the instruction, he and Haridas Thakur, please go and preach everybody. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically told, no qualifications. Remember this. Nobody has any qualifications or there is any filtration whether it should be given or no. This is my instruction. My God, that is the mood in which they went out to preach. Right? And when they went out to preach, it is explained, people literally blasphemed them also. They threw dust on them. They said, these people are thieves. Both of them are coming to our houses to take away our things. They initially come saying, Bhajago, but actually they are looking at our windows and they will get into our houses and they'll take away our things. These both are robbers. They are crazy people. This whole Paltan is a cult. These whole people, they chant, they dance in the nights. I don't know what they do. And next day morning they come to our houses. They can steal anything. Beware of all these people. Right? That is the way they were treated. Who are these people? Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. Now Nityananda Prabhu, just imagine. From his pores the universes are coming. At one breath as Mahavishnu, all the universes go inside. And he is Balaram. And Balaram went to negotiate with Bhishmadev to marry their granddaughter to his grandson. And when they said no, what did Balaramji do? One blow on the ground, he put the entire Hastinapur towards Ganges and put you in Ganges. And literally Bhishmadev came running out and said, hey, I'm sorry, we forgot that you are Baladev. Forgive us. Whatever alliance you want, you make it happen. Kurukshetra war would not have happened if Balaramji would have come there. Right? That Balaram is keeping a grass in his mouth and he's saying, please chant Hare Krishna. He's begging everybody. How can we understand this? How can we understand the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The very Balaram who went to Romarshan Sutta, and when he was not showing the right Vaishnava etiquette, he threw one grass on him, little string of kusha grass he threw, and he died right there. And that very Balaram in the form of Nityananda was keeping the grass in between his teeth. What does it mean to keep grass in the teeth? That you are good for nothing. People who stamp on that grass on the ground, you take that grass up and keep in your mouth and say that I am uneducated, I have nothing to tell you, nothing to give you. I am only begging that please chant Krishna's name. Prabhus and Matajis, this is our movement. And Chaitanya Charitamrita explained that when they try to convince people and they try to shout at Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, their response to that is they both of them pay prostrated obeisances in front of their houses. That please take Krishna's name, please take Krishna's name. Why? Why are they so humble? Because they want to follow the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tell? There is no qualification to give this Krishna Prema in this age of Kali. These people are fools. They don't know what they need in life. You have to go and tell them and give it to them. Not ask them, just give it to them. And that was the mood in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had instructed Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. And look at the ashram combination also. You know, one great Acharya in our ISKCON society was explaining that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi. He could go to some places where Grahastha cannot go. And he made sure that his own expansion, Nityananda Prabhu can go to the places where sannyasi cannot go. And that is the reason our ISKCON society is such a beautiful combination of both sannyasis, brahmacharis and grahasthas. We all have to enter the places where one other ashram may not be in a right situation to go. That is our responsibility. Many other places, only sannyasis preach. Many other places, only brahmacharis preach. But Prabhupada made sure, he told, grahasthas also are equally responsible for preaching this movement. In fact, grahasthas are one of the most important pillars in the society, which will hold all the three other ashrams on the top and help them go forward. Prabhus and Matajis, on this Nityananda Trayodashi day, we should remember what our responsibilities are. Many of you here are grahasthas. Our congregation is mostly grahasthas here in Gachibowli. And we should remember that our responsibility is not to earn and burn for ourselves. Our responsibility is to help the other ashrams, right? Fund in building the temples, taking care of the brahmacharis, taking care of the sannyasis. When we are calling all these guests here, there are so many things we have to take care of them. And you all can be part of it, and you should be part of it. Otherwise, you are going to bind yourself. What is that word? यज्ञात कर्मणो नेत्रा लोकोयम कर्म बंधनः तद अर्थ कर्म kaunteya ukta sannyasa. Krishna is telling in third chapter that you are going to put yourself in a shackled banda. If you don't know how to perform the karma in this world. And beautifully Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining that how he has asked after taking sannyas, how he has asked Nityananda Prabhu to go ahead and preach. And here Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur would go every day out to preach in Navadvip, and at the end of the day they would come and give report to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where? In Shiva Sangam. So they would come there and sit and everybody is eager. Okay, where all did you go today? Whom all did you give Krishna Nam? Who all have become devotees now? And they are giving a report. Now this is one more thing that we all should learn. That reporting is also part of our sampradaya. No matter what you do here and there, we have to report to our authorities. Have you seen a report I made? Subhara Prabhu made a modified and put it in the group. How many have opened that report? You all have smartphones, right? I have sent it in the Gachibowli group. Why am I telling you to see the report? Because it matters. You should know how, as a whole group, we are serving the Supreme Lord. That motivates each other, right? And our, primary guide who is guiding our society is Radhesham Prabhu. And Radhesham Prabhu likes to see reports. And reports should be pakka. It should have full details. And then he would report it to the GVC, to the next level, that this is what is happening here. And GVC would report it to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada would report it to Krishna. Don't you want your report to go to Krishna? Yes? So two things, we have to do some activity and then also report that activity. That is set as a standard by here in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Shiva Sangam. Reporting used to happen. So that day in the report, they found out, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found out that there are these special personalities called Jagai and Madai. From Kondapur and Talapur. And Gachibowli. Right? These two people are so puffed up to commit sins. They are not sparing any chance to commit sins. And Nityananda Prabhu is telling, that Mahaprabhu, I think we should, your mercy should go to these people. And especially Vrindavan Das Thakur elaborate this passage of Jagai and Madai, because there are so many things for us to learn out of it. Maybe we should try and elevate these people, because everybody in this area are disturbed. And one day, Nityananda Prabhu, please hear this. Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they both of them go to the place where Jagai and Madai are there. Now, Jagai and Madai are not ordinary people. They are murderers, they are womanizers, they are drunkards, they are everything. Any nonsense you want to do, they have a full manual of it. They have done everything. And they go there, and Haridas Thakur is like, are you sure we should do this? And Nityananda Prabhu says, we have come here to do this. Don't you remember the instruction? We have to deliver them. So he goes there and he says, please chant Krishna's name. Dear Mr. Jagai, dear Mr. Madai, please chant Krishna's name. Please chant Krishna's name. And both of them look at each other. How dare these people come and tell us to do this activity? Have you experienced such people anywhere? Yeah. The descendants are still there here. Right? But when they hear this instruction, they become so angry that they want to kill both of them. They want to kill Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. And they start running behind, and Haridas Thakur says, hey, let's run now. And Nityananda Prabhu says, why should we run? What do you mean, why should we run? They are coming to kill us. And they say, okay, let's start running, but I have a doubt. So while they are running, they are talking. Just imagine. Nityananda Prabhu is running. Jagai and Madai are coming behind to kill them. Now somebody is coming to kill you. You don't discuss in between, right? Right? Now they are coming to kill them, and Nityananda Prabhu is asking, hey, what is wrong with you? You were beaten in 14 marketplaces, 20 marketplaces. You never ran like this. Why are you running now? And Haridas Thakur is like, what do you mean? That time Gauranga saved me. You are there to kill me. You will make me die here now. Gauranga was there to save me at that time. And then they are looking at Nityananda Prabhu. What kind of person are you? Why are you instructing such kind of? You are a crazy person. I will never come to preach with you. They are running and discussing this. Just imagine, both of them are running. Haridas Thakur, Lord Brahma is running. Remember that? Huh? Lord Brahma is running, and beside that Balaram is running, and Lord Brahma is telling Balaram, you are a crazy person. We should not come to preach with you. You always create this situation. Look at us now. They can kill us now anytime. And Lord Nityananda looks at Haridas Thakur. I am not crazy. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is crazy. His instructions are crazy. He is the one who told to do this. Why did he tell that we should go and give to everybody? I am doing that. Why? What is your problem? No. You are the reason. You are the reason. Jagan and Mother looking. What are they discussing? And both of them run. They run. Nobody can catch the Supreme Lord. So both run. And they go to Shiva's Angan. Special report that day. That we ran and came here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what do you mean you ran and came here? What happened? And immediately Haridas Thakur says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am not going out for tomorrow. This person is Avadut. I can't deal with this craziness. Every time he does something extreme. The other day the Ganga was swelling, crocodiles are coming outside, he's going and dancing on those crocodiles. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Crocodile, let them go. And then he sleeps like a crocodile and the river is taking him somewhere. I have to chase and see where his body is going. What kind of person you have given me? And you told that I have to do service with him. He is never available in a normal way to do service. I am not going to do preaching from tomorrow. This is Nityananda Prabhu, I cannot deal with him. Nityananda Prabhu is like, Mahaprabhu, I am doing what you are asking me to do. You asked me to preach, I am doing it. And what kind of preaching is that? You will go to somebody's house, you look at them, what kind of person is going with you? And then he'll go to somebody's house, he'll break open pots in their house, they eat the butter, and the whole household will chase me. Where all should I answer? This is not preaching. I don't want to preach with them. And Advaita Acharya is looking at all of them. The whole discussion. Advaita Acharya says, I think you both are having a very good time. But don't worry. These people who chased you today, very soon are going to join our Kirtan Mandali. Like that is. And immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like, oh, so if Advaita Acharya is told, maybe it is going to happen. And then at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, but if they are chasing you, that means they wanted to harm you. And if they wanted to harm you, I am going to go and kill them right now. They have no right to exist. And immediately Nityananda Prabhu says, no, don't do that. We have a plan tomorrow. If you deliver like that, Gauranga, then what is the point? You are here, you are Patita Pavana Etu, Tava Avatara. So you cannot go and kill like that. Don't worry, we have a plan. And Haridas Thakur is seeing what kind of plan he has to follow. So anyway, so next day, both of them, they are in the same area. And Jaga and Madai look at Nityananda Prabhu and they stop. And before that, by the way, the day before that, one day Jaga and Madai are doing their nonsense activity on the road and they hear the Kirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They can hear the Kirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they actually like the Kirtan. Right? That is the reason Prabhupada said, whenever get a chance, do Kirtan. Because Jagai and Madai are also attracted to Kirtan. Kirtan is the Kirtan movement, right? So they hear the Kirtan and I think it's Madai who comes and says, Jagai or Madai, sorry, I'm not speculating, but one of them comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and says, oh, your Nimai Pandit, your Kirtan is very nice. Why don't you do a Kirtan for Mahakali? Something like that. And Mahaprabhu just ignores them, and just walks away from them. So he knows who this Jagai and Madai are. So next day when Nityananda Prabhu, they see Nityananda Prabhu, they look at Nityananda Prabhu and say, what are you doing here? We were trying to chase you, you are running, what are you doing here now? I am just going to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house here. And immediately, you are trying to preach us and you are trying to teach us. And Nityananda Prabhu says, of course, you will be happy if you start chanting Hare Krishna. And immediately he takes, the Madai, he takes a pot and he throws it at Nityananda Prabhu's head. And the pot hits him on the head and blood starts profusely coming out. The whole half of his head becomes like bloody. And looking at that, all the devotees, they run towards Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Nitai, he's looking at the blood, he's like, I'm not worried about what you've done to me. I'm just worried about your next life. I'm just worried about this life. What are you going to achieve in this life by being like this? Why don't you chant Hare Krishna? You can become happy, you can get relief from all your sins. We are here to give you Krishna. Like that is going on telling, but they don't care, they don't want to hear. And at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets the news. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just comes like a flash, just like Narayan comes to save Gajendra. Like a flash. He comes there and he looks at Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu's head is bleeding. He's like, what done? And the way he looks at Jagai and Madai, oh, Jagai and Madai are completely shocked. And before that, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, Madai tries to put one more pot to hit it, and that Jagai comes and stops. No, he looks to be a saintly person. Even though you are trying to kill him, he was not revolting back on you. He is in fact telling that, don't worry, don't worry about you beating me, become Krishna conscious. He is a saint, don't beat him. So as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decides to kill, he says, Chakra, and the Sudarshan Chakra comes on his hand, Swayam Krishna, and he is going to kill both of them, and immediately, Nityananda Prabhu says, no, Jagai has saved me. As soon as he says, Jagai has saved me, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes completely, changed in his mood, and he looks at Jagai. He says, you try to save my Nitai? You try to save him? Immediately picks him up and he hugs him. And as soon as Jagai is hugged by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the entire consciousness of Jagai changes. He just falls on the ground after getting that hug. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you have served Nityananda. So you are going to get the highest benediction of Krishna Prem. And just imagine the demoniac person like Jagai is suddenly the most pure devotee. And he falls on the ground and looks at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has 4 hands. Right? He looks at Narayan right there. And he immediately falls on the ground, takes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet and keeps on his heart. So please deliver me. Hey Narayan, we didn't recognize you. We didn't recognize who you are. Please forgive me. And all this is happening. Madai is confused. What's going on here? He is the same partner in crime. How come he is behaving so differently? How come he suddenly is crying, looking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is also scared. He understood something extraordinary. But what I have seen, I don't know. And then he looks at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and says, you have given something extraordinary to my partner in crime, but you have to give that to me also. Even I want it. There is nothing less he has done than me. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at him, no, you don't deserve that. You have hurted Nityananda Prabhu and you deserve to die. Then he is totally shocked. He says, no, don't do that. He was also just like me. Now you tell me, please, what can I do to get that kind of mercy? What can I do? What should I do to get that kind of mercy? And Nityananda Prabhu says, please, Mahaprabhu, don't kill him. You are not here to kill. You are here to deliver people. If you kill him, you have to kill entire high-tech city. Everybody is Jagat Madai only. Where is the question of delivering them? He says, no, you can't do that. Entire material world is filled like that. It's Kali Yuga. What do you expect? People are going to be like that, Mahaprabhu. You are here to deliver. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, but I can't deliver him. He hurted you. And then Madai is completely in shock. He doesn't know how to save himself. He says, tell me what I should do to get what my associate Jagai has got. He says, the only thing you have to do is you have to get the mercy of Nityananda. Go. Figure it out between both of you. And he goes and falls at the feet of Nityananda Prabhu and he says, please, he got pure love for Krishna. Even I want to get that. Whatever I did is wrong. Please forgive me. And immediately Nityananda Prabhu says, of course you are forgiven. What do you mean? I was telling you from then only. Just chant Gauranga's name and you're all set. Right? Now at least chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. And as soon as that is done, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at Madai. Says, now, since Nityananda Prabhu has agreed to deliver you, you don't have to worry about any problem. You don't have to worry about anything. They're all set. And he embraces both of them. And just imagine 2 biggest criminals. The criminals who never existed on this planet. There was so much recruitment going on in Yamalok to maintain the records of these 2 criminals. Right? And they were delivered just like this. And Chitragupta is like clueless. Suddenly he has completely non-billable resources. What can he do? He has to do something. Half of Yamalok doesn't have any work to do because these two people are delivered. And looking at the time setting, Yamadharmaraj comes and says, hey, what is going on? Chitragupta, you look to be in tension. We are here to give tension. Why are you in tension? He says, what do you mean, Yamaraj? We don't have any work to do. 50% staff is relieved. How can 50% staff in Yamalok? Now, to give that shock to Yamaraj is not easy. I mean, just imagine. He is delivering so many souls, unlimited number of souls in the universe, and 50% staff is relieved because of Jagan Mother. And he is, what exactly happened? Tell me. He says, Yamaraj, can't you see? Those two people who kept all of us busy, all the data that were recording about their sins, they both, oh, Jagai Mother, what happened to them? They got delivered. What do you mean they got delivered? Just now. How long ago? Few minutes ago. Few minutes they are delivered. Meaning they will not do any sin? They will not do any sin. Yamaraj faints. How he faints? And what do you mean? Chitragupta is looking, Yamaraj has fainted. Then Lord Brahma comes in. What happened? Yamaraj has fainted. Why? What happened? This delivery has happened. You know, these two people, they have been delivered. And everybody is astonished. And at that time, Chitragupta is like, these great personalities have come in Kali Yuga. All our work is going to decrease. They are going to deliver the most fallen. And immediately the Kirtan starts in Yamalok. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome to Yamalok. We are in Yamalok right now. The Kirtan is going on. And looking at that, Narad Muni comes in. How can Kirtan go on in Yamalok? The only Kirtan we hear in Yamalok is, Amma, Sastuna. This is the Kirtan that happens in Yamalok. What is the Hare Krishna Kirtan going on here? He comes, he looks at all of them, everybody is chanting and dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narad starts dancing. He becomes so ecstatic. He is lifting his veena and is playing new steps now. In Yamalok, never happened. This is a very odd place to do Kirtan. And suddenly he loses his veena. He's searching his veena. And everybody, hey, what happened? I lost my veena somewhere. The Kirtan is so ecstatic. Shivaji comes, Lord Shiva comes. He starts doing Tandav. Hey, what is going on? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everybody goes, what is going on? Indra comes in from heaven. He is not in Judaism, he is heaven and hell, right? So he comes in, what is going on here? Kirtan is going on. And he sees like this with his 1,000 eyes. And he immediately prays to Gautam Muni. Oh Gautam Muni, thank you for conceiving me like this. People only have 2 eyes to see. I can see Gauranga with 1,000 eyes. Everybody is amazed. All the Varuna Devata, Agni Devata, all the Devata, Mukkoti Devatas are watching Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivering Jagai and Mother. And all of them are in Srivas Angan and they are doing Kirtan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly turns completely black and says, do you know why I have become black now? Everybody looks at Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, you are golden in color. How come you became black? Advaita Acharya says, I know, because you are Krishna, you are black. No, it's not like that. I have taken the sins of all these people and this has changed my complexion. He's just allegorically telling. None of the sins can change the color of God. But he's saying how sinful were both of them. And both of them are delivered and both of them become such great devotees. The whole principle of Tranadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Saishnu Namanani Manadena, they become that conscious devotees, both Jagai and Madai. But Madai is still not happy. Because he actually hurted Nityananda. He is not able to lead a life, even though trying to be a devotee, but he is not happy. He goes to Nityananda Prabhu and says, Nityananda Prabhu, please tell me something that I can do, that can remove me the guilt of doing this. I have hurted you. How could I do that? I have hurted you. And we got somehow delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu mercifully says, you got delivered because you committed all the sins, but you didn't commit one sin. You never offended a devotee. Because Jagai and Madai, they committed all the sins, but they never offended a devotee. They got delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. He said, that is the reason you are delivered. But still, I am not feeling that I am delivered. Something I have done, something very bad. I have actually offended you. Please tell me what can I do to feel that relief. And Nityananda Prabhu says, okay, I can tell you something. You build a nice ghat in Keturi Gram. Nice, beautiful ghat you build beside the Ganges. And you serve every Brahmana who comes to take bath in that ghat. And even now there is Jagai Madai ghat. Right? Even now it is there. So there is one more place to go, Jagai Madai ghat. How many have gone to that ghat so far? Anybody here? It's in Mayapur, sorry. Sorry, did I say Keturi? I'm sorry. It's in Mayapur. But there is one more. Katwa or wait a second. I have written it down. Yeah. Katwa. It's in Katwa. As per what I heard. Maybe there is two ghats, I don't know. But in Katwa there is a ghat of no, there is Samadhi of Madai in Katwa. Sorry. You're right. The ghat is in Mayapur. Samadhi of, even now you can go and visit the Samadhi of Madai in Katwa. And this ghat was built. And in this ghat, Madai would go come to take bath there. And all these Brahmanas had seen the worst side of Madai. And they would, as soon as Madai invites them, please come and use this ghat, they would spit on his face, saying that you are trying to serve us. And immediately he would just wipe out the spit and say, please spit more. I deserve this. Somebody would throw stone on Madai and he would take that stone back and give it to him. Just throw this more because I deserve this. I have done horrible things. And people slowly realize that actually he has become a great Vaishnava. And they decide that this Jagai and Madai are not ordinary people anymore. So there are many pastimes like this. I'll end it here. Once Nityananda Prabhu goes to Panihati, to Raghav Pandit's house. Now this is a very special pastime. Something that we can remember after this festival. He goes to Raghav Pandit's house in Panihati and he stays there for 3 months. And the kind of kirtan that Nityananda Prabhu leads, people in Panihati forget to eat and drink for 3 months. They become ecstatic. We can't even imagine, right? How can somebody not eat or drink anything for 3 months? That is how Nityananda Prabhu preached. And people who came in touch with Nityananda Prabhu, how he used to deliver? One person in that Panihati, he was hearing the kirtan, he became so ecstatic, he climbed a big tree and he jumped from there. Haribo! Like that, don't jump from the balcony here. But people became crazy. One person was walking on a branch. And the branch was going to break. And everybody is looking at it, is completely in ecstasy. Small children came out of their houses and they were doing kirtan for 1 month and the parents forgot where their children are. And this is how in Panihati Dham for 3 months the kirtan went on. And just to end to Srila Prabhupada, yesterday also concluded saying the same thing, that entire Gaudiya establishes Radha Krishna and Gauranga, but when Srila Prabhupada took Gaudiya out in the form of ISKCON, he also established Nitai. Right? Gaur Nitai. Why? Because Prabhupada knew. Prabhupada himself told, the people in the West are so fallen that just Gauranga's mercy is not enough. They also need Nitai. Because Nityananda Prabhu can go to a point where even Gauranga Mahaprabhu might say, no need. Nityananda Prabhu would go even to that point, and even longer to that point goes even Srila Prabhupada. Right? That is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. There is no end to mercy. He goes and he's given access. How many of us sitting here on 10th of February 2025 planned that you will do Abhishekam to Gaur Nitai in your life on a Nityananda Trayodashi today? None of us planned. Right? It's pure causeless mercy. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, almost every house in ISKCON society has Gaur Nitai deities. Almost. Right? And almost everybody who comes to the house looks at Gaur Nitai deities. They ask, who are this? I am very eager. Anybody comes to my house. If Amazon delivery boy also comes a little inside and tell them, do you know who they are? Gaur Nitai. Right? At least they get introduced and their spiritual life starts. Right? So please share about Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu to everybody. Don't feel hesitant. Like, why should I tell? Maybe they'll understand. What they'll understand, we are South Indians, that is Bengal. No, there is no Bengal, there is no South Indian. This is unbelievable, transcendental, unlimited mercy, which has to be given to this world. There is no other way. There is no other way. And Prabhupada in Atlanta, when he established Gauranga deities, he practically cried. And he told, he choked. He could not even give the lecture proper. When he established Gauranga, he looked at them and he said, "These great." In fact, he did not even. Normally, Bhagavatam class starts with Jai Radha Madhav prayer. With Parama Karuna, prayers in place of Jai Radha Madhav. It was so ecstatic. And Prabhupada said, "Please repeat this if you can. Holy names is the real wealth. Devotees are our only well-wishers. Association is the real valuable thing in life. Sincerely give your lives to Srila Prabhupada." That's all we need to do. And remember what is the most important thing. On Nityananda Trayodashi day, let's take a recap of how our life is going ahead. Are we taking that extra mile step actually to go back to Krishna? Be very careful with wrong association, bad association. Remember one thing. When you do offenses to Vaishnavas, you will leave the satsang in a way that even you don't know that you are leaving the satsang. It is so powerfully executed on those people that even you would not know that you are leaving the association. And I have seen devotees literally sitting in the class beside me, seniors who committed offenses, they are out of association today. Completely out of association. And when I call them and tell, "Prabhu, Mataji, they have 1,000 reasons to tell why they are not coming to any sense. 1,000 reasons." And I just look into their eyes and I pray to Krishna, "Please save them and save me, that I don't want to be in that situation." Prabhuji's spiritual life is very sacred. Always be in association. Online association is not association. Don't be in that illusion. I am attending online classes. I think I am okay. You are not okay. You are not okay. No, I am telling you. COVID has helped us reach many places, but it has also hampered us from teaching many places. You can't teach, you can only reach. Yes, it is a tool that can be used, but it is not a tool that can replace actual association. Please take this as my humble request. Don't leave Vasa. Stay there. Because that blessings, the extra strength of Nityananda Prabhu comes through association. Don't miss that association. Okay? Don't lose this. For any reason. मेरे बच्चे का एग्जाम, मेरा एग्जाम, मेरा ऑफिस का एग्जाम, ये एग्जाम, वो एग्जाम, you will fail your life's exam if you skip association. No, there is no excuse for it. And most importantly, I am telling this to initiated devotees who are sitting here. You have given a promise to your spiritual masters. Any spiritual master in ISKCON, you have given a promise that you will follow the four regulative principles and you will serve the movement of Srila Prabhupada in the mood of a servant of a servant of a servant of a servant. How will you serve? It's a false promise we are giving. And any devotee who is aspiring for initiation from any Maharaj, don't take initiation if you don't want to be in association. Because that's absolute cheating you're doing, and Nityananda Prabhu will not be happy. Because you are cheating his representative. I'm a little heavy today at the end because I'm worried. There are some people in every congregation who spread wrong message. Physical association is not needed. Online association is okay. I am balancing spiritual life and material life. There is nothing called balancing spiritual life and material life. You have to choose spiritual life, go back to Krishna. You are only dovetailing your material life to make sure your spiritual life continues. Please, looking at God Nitya today, ask that blessing that they empower you to make those decisions that will never leave association. Wherever you are, whichever temple, any preacher, any satsang, whatever role you play in that satsang, as a cook, as an attendee, as a devotee caring servant, or as a preacher, anything you are, don't leave association. And don't fall for any such discussions that I'm attending online, I think I'm okay. And also remember, regularly if we come, that regularity will change our lives. If you come late to satsang, you will also come late on a day you should not come late. I've told this many times. Don't come. Of course, today is a weekday, I understand. But our satsang in the center starts at what time? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Kirtan starts. Right? Come at 5 o'clock. That's when Kirtan starts. And without hearing Kirtan, without participating in Kirtan, directly sit for lecture, kaise jayega kuch bhi andar? Whereas we have a template for everything. Right? Now, if you don't come at that time for 3-4 months, and one day a great sannyasi is coming, you will come late even that day. Because you have created a template. You cannot suddenly change. You cannot suddenly change your life by suddenly making changes on a particular day. And you will commit a big offense. We did that offense recently when a senior devotee came. And he told me, normally devotees don't tell. But because he cares for us, he told that you need help in. He told me he'll send me a presentation on how to be punctual. He's so merciful. I'll send you a Prabhu, I'll help you how to train. Because he's worried. Familiarity is most dangerous thing in spiritual life. Prabhuji, Nityananda Trayodashi day, let us resolve that we are going to revamp our, re-strengthen our spiritual lives. We are asking blessing from him to do that. That we should chant our rounds attentively. Don't murmur and murmur. Don't do that. Chant like you're chanting the holy names. Do maximum number of rounds, if possible all the rounds before you leave for work. Right? Change it. If you're chanting 1 round, increase it to 2 rounds. If you're chanting 8 rounds, increase it to 16 rounds. Right? And with every passing year, increase 1 more round voluntarily. Something that you can do. At least if you cross 40, 45. With every year, with every birthday, I'm going to add 1 more round. Or with every Kartik Mas. So that when I become 70, I'm chanting what? More than 30, 40 rounds. Because that is needed. You have to become more and more attached to the holy names. And honoring prasadam. Most important. Honoring, not eating. Honoring prasadam. And staying in association of devotees. And reading Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada is sent by Nityananda Prabhu. And Srila Prabhupada has translated entire Chaitanya Charitamrita for all of us. We all have Chaitanya Charitamrita in our house. We are not reading it. Let's put a curriculum and start reading it. Let's finish the small books, the big books. Let us have a target to do. Otherwise, we are not going to make progress. We are fooling ourselves. Festival after festival. So let's beg to Nityananda Prabhu that please give us the spiritual strength to follow your instructions. Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. So we have Pushpabhishek now. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yeah, you have it here. Okay. So we'll do some kirtan. So everybody can come in a row and offer Pushpabhishek now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Radhe Govinde Rama Brahmane Vaishnave Gurva Punya Vrindavan Vishwaso Nidayate Jai Raha Vidyada Jai Priya Radhika Jivate Vijayasavite Paramati Jayati Yogomai Sudurvati Take Vita Samsare Shivare Jivadai Saprasad Nadiyo Bhai Shri Anamrita Shri Radha Krishna Gurugao Shri Radha Chaitanya Jai Mai Jai 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Shri Gaur Nitai Prashadam ki Nityananda Trayodashi Mahavatya ki all assembled devotees ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hare Hare Bol.
Cake cutting. Cake cutting.